What's going on?
Dyron Flynn out here now.
He's gone over to the other ring, and
what is Dyron Flynn doing out here?
He is antagonizing.
He's got no business out here.
He's antagonizing Aiden Scott.
Wait a minute!
My goodness!
Unbelievable! Chris Cane just pushed Aiden Scott from ring number 2 to ring number 1.
Whoa, what's going on here? Is this a legal ring in this match, Jason? I don't have that information.
I don't think it is. Nonetheless, they're inside of it.
Should they be doing a count? My goodness, the strange things are happening here is all I can say. As Chris Cane has Aiden Scott in the other ring that we had earlier for the 2-ring battle. Oh, my goodness, what a chop, Jason, what a chop.
Well, the referee is following over. We don't even have this, folks, we're sorry we don't have this ring lit up. We didn't expect the action to come here. And wait a minute, Aiden Scott backdropped over. Luckily he landed, and Chris Cane drop kicks the feet right out from under him.
For a brief moment in time, Aiden Scott had saved himself, but the low drop kick, Chris Cane's only drop kick, I think, sent Aiden Scott down to the floor. I almost said down to the mat, but that's not true.
Folks, this is the action that you're only going to witness in the NWA. It's the action of the X Division, and you're not going to see it anywhere else, Tyler. It's Tennessee Homecoming 2008.
This is the first time the X Division has been active in quite some time. It's been a few months. Glad to see it back and glad to see the belt go on someone tonight. Oh man, right in front of the fans.
And a closed fist, and you see Chris Cane jawing with the fans here at the Nick Gula Sports Arena in Nashville.
Colossal Chris Cane. He calls himself the biggest man in professional wrestling,
and these two men are going to get counted out if they do not return to the ring by the count of 10. Referee Josh Randall is at 4, and Chris Cane tossing Aiden Scott back inside.
Chris Cane, he's all about punishing his opponent, but I think he really wants to win that title more than anything tonight.
Absolutely, and Chris Cane is, like you said, he's been on the X Division ranks, and he's been climbing the ladder in NWA main events week after week after week, and this is his moment if he can captivate it, if he can capture the X Division title. But man, I'm not sure that I want to see Chris Cane as champion.
Well, a running senton there by Colossal Chris Cane, and he's sure feeling good about himself right now.
Absolutely, he's on the upper hand of Aiden Scott, but I wouldn't count Aiden Scott out of this whatsoever.
Josh Randall was unable to count Aiden Scott out of it right there.
There you go.
That's all that matters. You got to get that 3 or you got to get that submission. And over the stomach breaker, I guess you'd call that. Gut buster right to the knee, and Chris Cane playing to the crowd, but they want none of it.
Well, folks, if you're watching this, we want to thank you for purchasing the DVD first
Absolutely.
of all. But then again, we want to remind you that it's action like this that you can only catch live. This doesn't do it justice. You got to be here, as we are right now.
Absolutely. Nothing like calling the matches as they're happening, Jason. It's exciting for us. It's exciting for everyone. And now it's somewhat of a, kind of like a STF, I guess you'd call it, or a variation modified version of it in any event.
And you can check out myspace.com/JasonJamesTNS to pick up your copy of Tennessee Homecoming 2008. Go there now. It's on the screen right there for you. Make sure you get a copy. You'll want to, well, I guess if they're watching this, they've already got a copy.
That's true.
If you want another copy, you can check out myspace.com/JasonJamesTNS.
As the wonderful marketing strategy there, Jason, as Chris
Well, you
Cane,
got to do what you got to do, especially when you work for Promoter Porter.
I'm not going to say...
people got to eat, Tyler.
That's true. Chris Cane is eating some knife-edge chops right now. The finger to the eye gets him every time, Jason. Every time.
That was a textbook finger, a textbook poke to the eye from Colossal Chris Cane.
It turned the tides in an instant, that's for sure. Chris Cane saw it slipping away from him there as Aiden Scott, as he said earlier, so tenacious. He gets that momentum going, gets that adrenaline flowing, and he's darn near unstoppable.
You're absolutely right. Irish whip to the buckle. Chris Cane, a little show of cockiness here. Charges in, but Aiden Scott able to move, but Cane catches himself. Wait a minute.
He catches himself again. This time, Aiden Scott gets the forearm in before Chris Cane can knock him off the ropes.
Aiden Scott climbing up, but Cane catches him.
And now we got a slugfest at different levels. We got one on the ground. Oh, now Chris Cane coming to meet Aiden Scott in the air. And what's going? Sunset flip into a power bomb off the top rope, Jason.
I cannot believe that. Power bomb off the top rope, and both men are down.
It looks like we may be back at square one now, Jason, in this match.
I believe we've hit ground zero.
That might be an appropriate way to put it. The count is up to 5 from referee Josh Randall. Aiden Scott up to his feet, though. As is Chris Cane. They meet in the middle. No, they don't. Going for the kick there was Chris Cane. He missed, and he looks like he hurt himself. Boot. No. Swinging fisherman suplex. He hold on. The bridge.
And he did it.
The 3.
Aiden Scott has won the X Division Championship.
Aiden Scott bringing honor and glory back to the X Division here in NWA main events.
I cannot believe this. Thank goodness Aiden Scott has prevailed, and he is the new Mid-America X Division champion of the National Wrestling Alliance.
This is